Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halftime Podcast brought to you by halftimecuppa.com. Today is a 2018 review special in which myself, Danny Cook, and my two lovely panelists, who I will reveal in just a second, will discuss what a interesting year for football it has been. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to our amazing panel once again. Please welcome back the fabulous Conor Martin.
Afternoon, Danny. How are
Afternoon.
you?
How? Oh, you beat me to it. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well.
Good. Christmas good.
Yeah, it was a good Christmas. I was a good boy this year.
Yeah, good boy. Okay, not on the naughty list. That's good.
Nah,
That's good.
I swerved it this time.
Lucky boy, lucky boy. And joining us again, once again, and I'm very pleased to say, is SA Agboaye. SA, welcome back. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you guys?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Uh, he's beat me again.
Good.
Conor, mate.
That's two and two. Two and two.
Two in two. Two in two. Yeah, just to echo what Connor's already said. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, SA. How about yourself?
I'm not bad at all.
Good, good. Good Christmas.
Yes, yes, it was actually.
Okay, cool. So, uh, before we get into, I guess, the real debate, we was just having a quick chat about our guess Boxing Day fixtures. A real mixed bag of results, I guess, in terms of Connor. Talk us through what happened with QPR.
We beat Ipswich again. We got a decent result there. 3-0. The lads played really well, and it's looking good going into the second half of the season.
Cool. And did you appear on the Football League show?
I didn't this time, but I'll probably
You
be
didn't.
back there on Saturday. Yeah, I was out with the family on Boxing Day night, so I had a break from that this week.
Oh, fair enough. We'll keep an eye out for that on Saturday then. Excellent. SA, talk to us about Arsenal.
We seem to be doing well. However, we lost to Southampton, but we did pick up again with the win over Burnley. But and after that was not a great result at Brighton.
Yeah, what was that? Was it 1-1 in the end?
Yeah.
But Bamiyang with a rather interesting opening goal. Looked like a calamity of defensive errors at the back. Would you agree, SA? Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And for those who didn't see it, Norwich somehow pulled it out the hat and drew 3-3.
Oh,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I
you're in
saw.
good form.
I heard of that one.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if you actually saw bits of the game, but the actual game itself, there's no way Forest should have gone 3-0 up, really. It's
Oh,
just a
really?
crazy game. Yeah, it was a crazy game. Like, we had most of it, and they'd go down the other end and score.
Oh, really?
They were a good side. They were a very good side, but
Yeah. Wasn't it like 92nd and 98th minute, like goals or equalisers?
yeah. So I
Wasn't
think
it
we
something
scored
ridiculous?
73rd for the 3-1,
Yeah.
and then I think it was 94th for 3-2, and then 97th for
Jesus.
3-3.
Have you seen the video of the Ipswich fan after the game the other day, after the Boxing
No?
Day game? Yeah, he's outside Loftus Road and they're doing like Ipswich fan TV.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, another poor performance, but at least Norwich lost. And then someone that walks by and goes, oh, like they've just equalised. And his face just drops.
Oh dear, no, I need to have a look for that one.
Yeah, I'll have the find it for you and send it through.
Yeah, send me a link. Nevertheless, let's talk about 2018 as a whole now. And we are going to talk about our own clubs, but we are also going to move on. And I'm sure one of the key moments of 2018 is no doubt the 2018 World Cup, which we will come on to discuss. But we'll start with SA. How would you sum up your club's year?
Um. Well, we did. At at the end of last season, we did finish outside the Champions League places again. But I think things started looking up when Unai Emery came in, and then we started this season with 2 losses on the bounce to both City and Chelsea. Then we went on a 22-game unbeaten run before we lost at Southampton, which is not exactly happy hunting for us historically. So I think overall we haven't done too badly, although there's plenty of areas of where we could improve.
Okay. I guess the overriding question is, do you feel now, because obviously you've had a change of manager, do you feel that Arsenal as a football club are in a better position at the end of 2018 than what they were at the start of it?
Yeah, I'd say yes. There's definitely renewed confidence within the fan base.
Okay. Let's get Conor's verdict on QPR then. How would you sum up your club's year?
I mean, it's been a bit of a strange one. I mean, like the last season was quite disappointing for us. I mean, I think we finished 16th around about then. It's just bang average mid-table. But since the first 4 games of this season gone, like McLaren's got the lads playing for each other. I mean, after the 7-1 loss at West Brom, I think there's a lot of alarm bells ringing for loads of QPR fans. But we picked up, got the win against Wigan, and we've got the ball started rolling. And we're looking good form. We're 8th now, 2 points of the playoffs, and hopefully we kick on into the second half of the season.
So I guess same kind of question as to what I've said to Esse really, because both of your teams have seen a change of managers over the past year. Like, do you now feel a lot more confident with the direction that the club's now going in compared to what it was at the start of the year?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, like McLaren's got the lads playing for each other. They're playing quite an exciting style of football. We're in Holloway. I mean, I love the man to pieces. I've seen him be our manager twice. Like, he was our manager when I first started going when I was 6. But his style so a bit dated now, and it's boring, and it's not really exciting. It don't get you out of your seat. Where McLaren, he's just got something about him, and like I said, he made some good signings. I mean, he got Wales and Hemed on loan, and they've done the business so far. So yeah, hopefully 2019 is a good year for us. Hopefully, like we get through to the 4th round of the cup for the first time in a while.
Don't worry. I think we're in the same boat. Yeah, I was having a look actually a while back. I think you have a pretty poor record in terms of getting into the 4th round.
Yeah.
So do we. I think we've got a worse record, and then I think Ipswich have the worst record. So yeah, I could be wrong, but I think that was. I remember seeing that on Twitter and thinking, "Oh my word!"
Yeah, I mean, I think our record for the 3rd round is we've gone out here 49 times. Do you know what I mean? And we've won 3 games in the last 21 years or 22 years now. So
yeah, win one game is a cup run.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so building on from that, then, if you were to look back and you were to choose your favourite moment of the year, now I will open this up. As I said, we will talk about England, so because I could probably imagine England scoring quite high. But if you had to choose a favourite moment of the year, just in general, in footballing terms, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Go on, Connor. Kick us off. If you've got any thoughts or favourite moments, if you.
Yeah, I'll go with favourite moments. Like I'd have to say Harry Kane's last minute winner against Tunisia. I was out for that, and I was in some nightclub. I was in Cargo is Shoreditch, and the whole place went mental. And I was with a brother. It was like his first.
Was that near Was that near like a box park or something like that?
Yeah. It was rammed, and
I've just got visions of you in like on the dance floor.
Oh yeah,
just as Harry Kane exits in or whatever,
Oh yeah, there was carnage. Like there was elbows flying everywhere, and I'd say club-wise, probably beating Brentford for the first time in a good few seasons. I mean, like we've always like our rivalry between them and us is massive, and like you see their fans pipe up on Twitter saying they're a bigger club than QPR, and there's no way. Do you know what I mean? Even Stevie Wonder can see that. Do you know what I mean? So it was nice to see them being put back in their place at last at Lockers Road. And then you got the penalty shout against Colombia. That would probably be the best or one of the best things as well that's happened this year football wise. Just it was a nice to put them ghost of shout pass to bed, really, weren't it?
It certainly was. That's a good point about the Brentford victory actually, because I remember seeing that and thinking that's a really good result because obviously Conor knows one of my old uni flatmates, Finn, and he'd always talk about obviously how you guys just could never seem to beat Brentford.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know how important that is for any QPR fan. That one, massive. Okay, let's move on to SA then. SA, what would be your favourite moments? I'll give it moments of the year.
I'd say that Iranian guy who tried to do like a backflip. I was throwing the ball in. That was pretty funny.
What at the World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. I think I remember. That's fair enough. Any other moments as well?
I'd say Eric Dyer's penalty v Colombia. I mean, England winning a shootout. You wouldn't think that would ever happen, and yet it did. That was a really special moment.
Yeah, you know what? I'd chip in. I'd say yeah, that's probably up there as one of my moments because I remember watching obviously that game. I think we all do. I think we can probably all remember where we were that night.
Yeah.
But I remember watching the Colombia game and just thinking like, they're going to do us on penalties, and it's just like it'd be such a shame because they didn't deserve it like at all. They were. I don't know what you guys remember, but from what I can remember, they were a very physical and dirty side.
Oh yeah, I mean they kicked the life out of us, really, didn't they?
Yeah, and they were just there to just foul and disrupt and just frustrate as much as possible. So I was just really pleased to see us win.
It's such a relief. I mean, when Henderson missed his penalty, I thought, Jesus, not now, because I had dreams of us going on the way, just a hype around it. I was like, no, surely this can't be going out against Colombia in the round of 16. So I was like, it can't end like this.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, though, I think the Sweden game was pretty good as well. I know that one does go very under the radar because it was sort of an in between. It wasn't that, which was obviously the penalty shootout, or the obvious semi-final where we lost. But like it was sort of in between. It didn't really. It does go under the radar, but I thought it was quite a good game. I thought we played quite well.
It was. I mean, I think it was because of the fact we had the game sort of wrapped up in the first half, and then Ali got the second, and we didn't look really troubled the whole game, did we? We were quite comfortable on the ball. I mean, like with games like Croatia, Colombia, and even Tunisia, like there was a bit of edge to it till the last few minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's dive straight into the World Cup as a whole. Then, what standout moments were there for you? Because for me, I only caught a bit of it, but the Spain-Portugal game was great.
Yeah.
I remember watching
3-3, wasn't it?
Yep. What else? Or 3-3 or 3-2? I think it was 3-3 actually. I'm trying to think what other games were amazing from that tournament. I quite enjoyed was it Russia in the quarterfinals or something like that. They knocked out. Who did they knock out? They knocked out a big side.
Spain.
A very big side.
Spain.
Is it Spain?
Yeah, in the round of 16, and then they got knocked out by Croatia in the quarters.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was quality. You know what, I don't know what you guys think, but I felt the previous Euros was going to be hard to follow in terms of upsets and
yeah,
in terms of underdogs and
I
all that sort
mean,
of thing.
you got South Korea knocking out Germany.
It was mental, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
absolutely mental.
but it was also lovely to see, weren't it? Seeing the Germans getting knocked out after 2 games or 3 games even. They've got lucky against Sweden. Do you remember in the game before the South
Yeah,
Korea? They scored the
they got
last
very
minute.
lucky. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and obviously England playing Panama was quite interesting.
yeah, that
Well,
was. It was nice to see us sort of really dominate a team on the world stage, rather than a 1-0, 2-0, just sort of let loose.
yeah, there were some good games from that World Cup. SA, what sort of games stood out for you from that World Cup that you'd look back on and you'd be like, I'd quite happily watch that game again.
I'd say the 3-3 draw between Spain and Portugal. That was a really good game.
I'm trying to think. I think it was. I mean, I always like it when it gets to the final round of group games when there's something
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
when it could one goal changes it all essentially. I'm pretty sure was it the whatever group Iran were in. That was quite a tasty.
yeah. I mean, but they could have edged out Portugal or Spain in
That's the
second,
one.
couldn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because
yeah,
like I remember it being quite down to the wire that one.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, because they turned up in all of their games, really, didn't they?
mm,
Like they didn't roll over. Like I remember the games being. I think they went 1-1 with Spain. I think Spain nicked it in the last minute or the last 3 minutes or something, didn't they? Or
yeah,
maybe it was a draw. I can't remember, but I know that was a tight one.
yeah. I know it was very tight that one. I'm trying to think of any other standout moments or controversies up
France v
until then.
Argentina.
Oh yeah, because the French absolutely schooled them. But
I mean,
who did Argentina play straight away? Like they played their first game. I remember watching them
they
and
played
just being like,
Iceland.
they were
Iceland.
terrible. Yeah,
They were.
Iceland were giving them a hell of a game.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
and that game was the real first game France really turned up because they sort of just strolled through the groups, didn't they? They got a point off Australia, didn't they? And
yeah.
then
And to be fair, Australia played quite well against them.
yeah,
Made them look average. But yeah.
and then they turned up and against Argentina and just went from there, really, didn't they? They
Yeah.
finally got their act together.
SA, any other moments or games for you from that World Cup?
uh, I'm trying to think of one. Mate, how about the I know England lost to Croatia, but I like Kieran Trippier's free kick for them because it gave us a sense that we could actually be going to the final before Croatia then scored 2 goals. That moment will stick for a while.
Yeah,
Certainly will.
yeah. I mean, I still haven't watched the highlights back from that game. Like, I can't physically do it.
I mean, I just wonder what you know.
No, it's painful. It is painful.
I think if we'd have got to the final, I don't know. I mean,
I honestly think we'd have
football's a
nicked it.
funny,
I
yeah,
honestly
football's
do.
a funny game, but I don't know. Like, would you imagine getting to a final and not winning that?
Yeah,
I, I mean, I guess the nation would be proud regardless, anyway. But
yeah.
like, whereas
It,
you talk about the '66, you know, that's the one time we've been there, we've
yeah.
done it.
It was so just. I mean, I'm not bitter about it, but I am too. Like that makes sense.
Excellent.
I mean, Croatia. They got to the semi-finals because they beat Denmark on penalties in the round of 16, and they beat Russia on penalties, and then they turned up the last 20 minutes against us,
Yeah.
and then they got them 2 goals. I mean, they're a good side, but I don't think they deserve to be in the final overall on the way they played. I mean, they had a good group, but when they got to the knockout stages, they didn't really look that good.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. I don't think they were like in the end. Obviously, it proved to be the case because when it did get to the final, it was so one-sided. But
Yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because I'm wary of time. I want to talk now about your worst moment of of the year in terms of footballing sense. Now, I'm trying to think what mine would be. I guess, and the obvious one would be obviously England losing to Croatia in the semi-finals. But I think I think in terms of footballing, as in actually watching a football match, probably Norwich versus Preston this season. So
Mhm.
September, I think it was dire, absolutely dire. I think Norwich ended up winning like 2-0, but it was so dire. It was an awful game. Um, but yeah, that would be my one of my worst moments, I guess, of 2018. What would yours be then, Connor?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's my worst that moment, but I'd say it's sad to see like Sunderland getting relegated again. I mean, like like QPR have been through the mill for the last, well, I said the last few seasons, but like throughout the time I've been going since I was like 6, I've seen us in a few states, and it hasn't been as bad as double relegations, but there is like a similarity, and just to see like a club as big as them, because they are a massive club, fall so far back down to League One, it's just sad, and like it means so much. Like, have you seen the documentary on Netflix? It's
Yeah.
on Until I Die. It fits it all. I mean, and once your club's been through something so damaging and heartbreaking, because it like it literally is. There's no other words for it. Then you can relate. But and like if you're lucky enough to see your club in fairly good times or even better times than that, then it's a bit of an eye opener as well. So yeah, so that was sad, I'd say. I mean, there's nothing really sad that's happened to us this year. So yeah, so that would be mine.
And what would yours be then, Essay?
Worst moment. No, this is what I'd say. Any away defeat, because our Arsenal's away day travels, especially last season, weren't great at all. Using to likes of Manchester City, Leicester City, Newcastle, Liverpool. We just did not travel well away at all last season. So I'd pick any away defeat from the past season.
Okay. That's, that's fair enough. Actually, away days are never great. I think if you lose, it's never a nice feeling, especially if you travel and gone halfway across the country. Connor, going back to your point about obviously Sunderland. If you haven't actually seen it, the Sunderland documentary is very good. I think I'm about 5 or 6 episodes in, and I'm enjoying it an awful lot. I'm guessing you finished it, yeah, Connor?
Yeah, yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean,
Good.
it's just nice to see like they've almost gone full circle, and they're doing well in the league now, down in League One. So hopefully they can get back up this year. As for Portsmouth as well, Portsmouth, they've been through something similar. So hopefully it'll be nice if they go up as well.
Have you seen the Man City documentary as well then?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so what would you say is the, I mean, this is probably a separate podcast, but you know, I've seen both, and I would say there's clear differences between the Man City one and the Sunderland one.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed that as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just there's such a difference from top to bottom, where the Man City so professional, everything in the club is just so well run. Where Sunderland, they had an owner who just didn't give a monkeys about the club, and it affected them on and off the pitch. And it wasn't just the players and the fans getting affected; it was just everyone. And it was just it's uncomfortable watching, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of access from the Sunderland. Oh, naturally, obviously, because Man City are a bigger club, they're going to want to keep things closed. But the access level was incredible. I feel.
Yeah,
For the Sunderland.
I mean, if there's one thing that I found strange about the Sunderland one, is how they don't have any interviews really with John O'Shea, and he was their captain, was he not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah.
which is strange enough, but who knows what was going on there.
Okay, so we talked about worst moments there. I guess as we're pretty much out of time anyway. What do you hope for in this coming year, 2019? What do you hope that your team achieves this year? I'll tell you what. Let's start with SA this time. SA, what are you hoping for Arsenal to achieve this year?
At the moment, I'd say top 4. That's what I'm hoping for. But if these results are to go by, it's getting top 4 is going to be difficult. Though we could also win the Europa League, because that's another route back into the Champions League. So it's either top 4 or Europa League at the moment.
If you had the choice of the two, which one would you choose?
Oh, that's no. You see, you've put me on the spot here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this is a question that obviously Manchester United fans had to sort of digest a couple of years ago.
Top 4 Europa League.
I mean, personally, I think what I'd go for Europa League. You got a trophy. At the end of the day, you got a trophy. I know it'd be great to finish top 4 in the Premier League. Sorry, but and it would certainly do your nerves a lot better, I guess.
Yeah,
finish top 4 in Premier League.
Yes, it's true, but we can't afford to be putting all our eggs in one basket. So
that's the worry. That's certainly the worry. But I mean, look, you could end up with a trophy, and that could be an amazing feat.
You know what? I'm just gonna go out there and say, at the moment, Europa League, but I like to see the way everything pans out.
Okay, that's a fair point. Okay, Conor, what are you hoping for?
I'm actually hoping for a good FA Cup run. No, in seriously. Yeah, I know it. I should put it on my Santa's Christmas list. No, in all seriousness, we've got Leeds at home first.
Oh my word!
So I'm hoping they're going to put out a weaker team because
they may rest
exactly.
Players, yeah.
And then we'll be 5-6 games away from Wembley, and then I can start dreaming. Nah, seriously, I'd just like to see us have a good cup run. I mean, like seeing Cuppa win the FA Cup is something I've been to an FA Cup final with us in it. I mean, we've only had one FA Cup final, in our whole history, and we lost that. So it'll be nice to see us lift something big, and like going to the league. I'd have to say maybe playoffs. That would be nice, just to wrap up the year after the way it started. It'd be nice to see us finish strong, and on the international level, for England to win the Nations League.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah,
that would be brilliant. Like it could kickstart big things.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Actually, I think that would be that'd be very, very good.
And I honestly think we can win it. I honestly do.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because we got Holland, haven't we? We got Netherlands.
Yeah.
But I guess if we win that game, then we'd be the favourites for the final, I guess.
Yeah.
Or we'd be obviously one of the favourites, but Yeah, okay. I'd say the same. Nations League. That's a very good point. For me, I think, like you, Connor, I would like to see us at least end up in the playoffs. I think that'd be a really good season for us, even where we are now. That's you know, despite our position, I think playoffs is still the main aim.
Well, you second now.
We're second, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's other better teams. I think Leeds are a stronger team. I don't write off. I do think West Brom are going to be potentially that team that do sneak into second at the expense of us, maybe. Villa and Borough potentially.
I mean, I think Borough are going to have a bit of a slippery slope. They're going to hit some bad form. I mean, they're not really playing well at the minute, are they?
Mm.
Yeah, I know a lot of their fans want to pew this out.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with us, like we're even when we've not been playing well, like the pressing game, for example, we have been winning those games, or we have
Yeah.
been getting something.
I mean, you're picking up points, aren't you?
Yeah, and you saw the late goals,
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
from Boxing Day. So, at the very least, this season will be remembered for that, for the amount of late goals we scored. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be for me. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it then. So before we end tonight's or today's show, depending on when you're listening, SA, would you like to kick us off with your social media handle so that we can follow you on Twitter?
As always, it's at A96OAYE.
There we go. And Connor?
And my Twitter is Conor J Martin 96.
Cool. And mine is at Danny Cook 1996. So yeah, feel free to take the conversation over to Twitter and tell us whether you think QPR are going to get promoted. Maybe.
Or win the cup. Win the cup.
Or yeah, if they're going to make it past the third round. If Arsenal are going to win the Europa League, by all means, let us know on Twitter. We aren't really going to have I guess we can find a poll. We'll come up with a poll to chuck in below. We'll have to be a bit creative on that one, I guess. But yeah, if you haven't already done so, I know it's probably past Christmas by the time you're listening, but do revisit the Christmas special. Conor and SA found some fantastic Christmas gifts. I wish I'd got them for some of my family. Especially the Christmas crackers, eh?
Or the jumper to keep you warm.
Or the jumper. Oh, the jumper. Yeah. Nevertheless, thank you very much, chaps. Again, I appreciate you coming on tonight.
No worries.
Obviously for the previous episode as well. So thank you very much, SA and Conor.
Pleasure, mate.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. You've been listening to our 2018 review special. Thank you very much for listening to us throughout the year. We'll be back with some new episodes in 2019. So see you very soon. Goodbye.
See ya.
See ya.